This is my quick and dirty intro to slinky shifts. Now, a slinky shift is a word I came up for any time I use a real small contraction or expansion of the fingers to do a real quick shift through a scale playing position. And the main reason you do this is it usually keeps finger positions a little smaller. It lets you use finger positions that don't require you to span your fingers 5 frets, because you can definitely span a lot of 5-fret finger positions. Most people's hands are big enough to do it, but it's a little harder to balance. So it's often easier to just go 1, 2, 3, 4, one finger to a fret like that. People usually can get a little bit of better sound, a better balance out of their fingers if they play positions that are like this. So I'll give you a good example. I'm going to play this B Dorian box right here. As I did that, you probably saw my hand do a real quick drift up in this direction and come back down. Now, if I slow it down, here's the way I did it. You'll notice that if I just play the scale straight across the neck, here's what I'm going to find. When I get to this note, I got to go back for this note, and I kind of got to stretch back a fret. If I was here, I got to stretch back a fret to get to that. And you can do that if you want. If you work on it, it's possible to do. But what's usually easier is to start at the beginning. Rather than playing this note with your ring finger, sub in your pinky, and then that lets you just stretch back really easily, and your fingers are still only spanning 4 frets. So check this out. Sub the pinky and just pop right back there. As soon as your finger goes down, bam. And if you practice all your scales this way and prepare it, you can do it pretty quick after a while. In both directions, it's not too bad. When you're going back down, you just kind of crunch it in there, and then hit this note, and that just pops back out there. As long as you are thinking, what's the next note going to be, and where's my finger got to be? As soon as if you put this right finger there a little ahead of time, and then bam, open up to the next one, you can work all the scales really smoothly like this. The same thing will happen again as I go up the scale a little further. Now the next note is right there. So I could play it with this finger, but then my hands are kind of back here and I got to reach up for this note. So if I'm coming from here, this note, as soon as I hit this note, I'm going to squeeze my fingers in, a little bit like a slinky. Wah! And get that finger there and pop that one back up there. So contract, pops up there, and now I'm back in the original position of the scale. So you see this box, this B Dorian box, it starts on the 7th fret, but it kind of real quickly slinky shifts back to the 6th fret and then back up to the 7th. But you never have to extend your fingers more than 4 frets. And that'll help you get a better balance and a better sound, especially if you're starting out. Now, if you want to play this as an extended position, if you want to play this as a 5-fret position, you could definitely do that. I mean, it's not that difficult to do. But especially when you're starting out, that's a little more difficult to figure out than if you do the slinky shift version. So ultimately, you kind of want to do both. I definitely practice both, the extended position and the slinky shift simple position. I practice them both on a regular basis. But when you're starting out, it's usually good to use the slinky shifts because they're a little easier to do and they open up a lot of worlds. And once you get them, they actually feel kind of good. You know, it makes your hand feel like it's a slinky. It's like a cool game. Yeah, that's my intro to slinky shifts. Have fun with that.